It's called the Avengers Initiative.
The Avengers is kicking off summer blockbuster season and already getting a lot of buzz, but does the movie live up to the hype? Hi, I'm Shannon Vestal.
I'm Becky Kirsch.
We're the editors of BuzzSugar, and in this week's episode of The Buzz, we're looking at one of the biggest movies of the year, The Avengers. Now, Becky has already seen the film, so for people who don't know anything about The Avengers, Becky, will you tell us a little bit about what it is?
Yeah, well, so like you said, the hype has been building up for years, and we've already seen a few of these superheroes get their own movies. There's been Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America, but now they're all coming together with a few new ones added in, and basically we'll see them unite to fight against one villain, who's actually the same villain from Thor, Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston.
Alright, well, I'm excited about the movie, but I have a lot of questions for you that I think other people might have too. So if you're game to answer them, I'd like to ask you.
Oh, I'm game.
My first question is for the fact that even though I've seen the other movies, do you have to remember what was going on in each one, or do you have to even have seen them to enjoy or understand the Avengers?
Yeah, you know, that's a really good question. The answer is you definitely don't need to have seen the other ones. I mean, this movie can definitely stand alone. I think if you have seen the other movies, it helps a little bit because you already know the characters and you're excited to see them and what they have to say and everything. But other than that, you know, there are montages and things that can kind of catch you up so you know what's going on here.
Okay. And I felt like each of those previous movies were a little bit different in tone. Some are funnier than others, some are more dramatic, some are witty. So which of those is the Avengers most like?
That's a good question too. I would say it's definitely not the most like Captain America, which was a little more serious. This one is definitely light. You know, you've got all the characters coming together, and it's very witty, very funny. Joss Whedon wrote and directed the movie, so you can feel his brand on it. So I would say it's most like Thor and Iron Man.
Well, another question I have is this is an action movie, so I'm wondering how the special effects look, especially in light of the fact that the Hulk is in this and he's like this big CGI monster.
I thought the special effects looked great, and first of all, the Hulk's not a monster.
Sorry.
Superhero, and he's a man. But, you know, I thought this scene when he first transforms and you see Mark Ruffalo turn from Bruce Banner into the Hulk was very impressive. You know, my eyes were wide just like a little kid, and I think overall all the action scenes are really great. They're very grandiose, and I just had so much fun watching it.
Well, the girly part of me wants to know, is there any romance or any love interests for any of the Avengers in this movie?
I'm sorry to say there is not a lot of romance in this movie, probably the least of any of the Avengers movies so far. I mean, we do get treated to one cute scene between Iron Man, played by Robert Downey Jr., and Pepper Potts, played by Gwyneth Paltrow. And there's also a hint of romance between two of the Avengers, but nothing more than a hint.
Okay, well, so besides love, is there anything else that you felt was lacking from the Avengers? Anything that you would have liked to have seen more of?
I think, you know, my only real issue with it is that there are definitely certain characters that you love more, that you find more entertaining, and because there are so many that they're trying to pack in here, sometimes you wish you could spend, you know, a little more time with Thor, a little more time with Iron Man, instead of having to bounce around to get everyone in there.
And I also know that you recently interviewed the whole cast, so I was wondering if they had anything interesting to say about the movie.
Yeah, I mean, they had lots of interesting things to say, and it seems like a real universal sentiment between fans and the cast is that everyone's very impressed by this the first time they see it. So let's take a look at what the cast had to say. So when you first saw the film, what were you most impressed by?
Chris Hemsworth. Chris Evans.
How funny it was.
It's so surprisingly funny.
I was impressed also by how funny it was.
We knew it was going to be exciting, but you never know it's going to be funny.
You don't expect to hear this many really wicked one-liners.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away, what are you? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
The special effects were mind-blowing.
I was going to say the Hulk, just because he has the one thing you can't really get a sense from on the page.
It's really satisfying when he starts to turn into the Hulk.
The CGI interpretation of the Hulk, which has been incredibly criticized in the past, is a big piece of this puzzle.
People say that, oh, the effects, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you go, well, that was an amazing effect, and you're noticing that it's an effect. You forget that it's effects. You go, how'd they do that to New York?
It's action, it's spectacle, it's visuals, it's performance driven, it's got amazing characters.
It's good. Well said.
We've heard reasons for why the movie is worth seeing and where it might fall a little bit short, but I want to know from you, Becky, what is your final verdict? Does The Avengers live up to the hype?
Yes, I think it definitely does. You know, it's a hard task to put together all of these different superheroes in one movie, but I think Joss Whedon definitely pulls it off. Comic book fans are going to be happy with this one. There's lots of Easter eggs, and I think it really has a wide mass appeal. You can take kids, you can take adults, so I think it lives up to the hype.
Awesome. Well, the movie is out May 4th. I'm really psyched to see it, and if you are too, let us know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And thanks for watching The Buzz.